Twitch, Mixer, everything. We're going live, we're sending the tweets, we're doing all of the things. What's going on, everybody? Andrew Wall here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. This is a good start to the day today. I see a lot of you guys are on lunch break, you're getting into it, and we're gonna be talking about getting your gaming channel discovered. I'm going to be talking about some kind of like tactics that I've used over the years, growing channels from 0 to tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and over 1 million subscribers, and tactics that people don't talk about that much to grow your channel. Now, before we get started, obviously the #1 way to get your gaming channel to discovered on YouTube specifically is to increase that click-through rate and to increase that audience retention. But we're going to put that aside because I've got entire streams, entire videos just talking about the algorithm. Today we're going to talk about kind of tips and tricks, tactics, and secrets that you can use that are underutilized. They require some hustle. So if you don't have hustle, if you don't have time, if you don't want to put in the grind, turn this live stream off right now. Like, stop watching right now, because this requires extra time and this requires extra hustle in order to accomplish. Mark Spurl just joined, by the way. Mark, a brand new patron right up here at the $25 level. Thank you very much, Mark. Let me go ahead and play that notification for you since you've joined on the stream here. Thank you very much. Going to be doing a legendary channel review. There it is. Bam, right above my head. Getting double notifications, I guess, today. But Mark, thank you very much for joining for $25 coaching through my Patreon. I appreciate your support, and a big thank you to the Family Bovine for recommending this YouTuber over to me. Jimmy, thank you for joining. Hybrid Steel, good to see you. Rel, yeah, good to see you as well. Remixed by Georges here. Flaming Ice Dragon. We're all here and we're ready to rock. So let's get into these tips and tricks to grow that gaming channel. And this works for YouTube channels, Twitch channels, Mixer channels, Periscope channels, any type of gaming channel. Some of these you've seen me cover before, others, they're gonna be new. So these are new tips, tactics, and tricks. Here we go. Here's the tweet of the day. Let's cover some of the items, or let's talk about some of the items that we're going to be covering today. And I'm going to show you the examples, and it's important that you look into all of the details. So first item that we're going to cover is getting a developer to actually promote you directly. If you're covering a game, a proper game that has a proper developer and publisher, you will be able to leverage their social media avenues, their YouTube avenues, perhaps even their in-game launcher to promote your content. A lot of games are being designed now to promote content creators inside of the game, so that's something that we're going to talk about as well. Also, Facebook groups, we're going to dive into that a bit more. Facebook groups give you 100% organic traction for your content. So if you build clout within a Facebook group, you can get a lot of traction to your content. I've seen examples of people posting content into a big Facebook group and getting a 10,000 view boost within 30 minutes of it being posted there from Facebook over to YouTube. So we're going to talk about how to discover the right Facebook groups and how to leverage Facebook groups to grow your gaming channel. Oh my gosh, there's a fax machine in this room. Did you hear that ring? Here, I'm turning it off right now. Fax machine! Is that not the longest ring of all time? Ancient technology interrupting our live stream. There we go. All right, beautiful. So also there's subreddits, and I've talked about subreddits before. I'm going to talk to you guys about discovering the right subreddits and the right way to handle those subreddits. As you guys know, I have like over 20,000 karma on Reddit, and I've blown up videos to over 1 million views because of Reddit posts. So I'm going to, gaming videos specifically. So we're going to talk about that, of course. If you guys haven't seen that one before. Wikis. So this is one area where TGN actually started, the company that I helped co-found when it headed over to YouTube. TGN actually started as a wikis company, believe it or not, and was building wiki pages like a long time ago. And so the strategy of getting your video embedded onto a wiki can generate significant traction for your gaming channel. Actually, one of my patrons here in chat yeah, it's not my fax machine, by the way. Not my fax machine, okay? It's an all-in-one printer, okay? I didn't buy a fax machine. But wikis are a strategy that you can use. Relia, who's in chat right now, you can probably see him right over here. Relia has some of his Hollow Knight videos embedded into a wiki. He's got a #1 search result there, and you can get passive traffic coming from web over to your channel through embedding your videos into a wiki. We're going to talk about those strategies as well. And of course, websites. I've talked about websites before. There's a few tactics you can use to get traffic from websites, and I'm not talking about you building your own website. I'm talking about getting your content on someone else's website that they've built an audience for, and more. There's a metadata trick that I'm gonna leave to the end of the stream that a lot of creators are screwing up on that we're gonna put there in the and more. A mystery secret trick that pops up quite a bit. You guys would be like, oh, that's obvious. Yeah, are you doing it every single time? Because this is something that is something that creators screw up, and it actually ends up ruining the performance of this video, this secret power trick at the end of this segment, okay? And so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna cover these items, and I'm gonna talk about how to properly promote yourself, your gaming channel, to get that external traffic to your channel using these secret tactics or these tips and tricks and what have you. And then I've got 3 questions from my $25 tier patrons that I would like to address towards the end of this live stream. Are you guys ready? Are you ready to freaking go? Edo Ninja is in chat from Periscope. Good to see Edo Ninja. The wiki's been killing it for you, Rel. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we're gonna talk about this wikis a little bit later. Beautiful. You guys ready? Let's freaking go. So first things first, let's talk about developer promotions and how to get a dev to promote you. So I've done a number of personal examples, and one example is sucking up to a developer. So here's an example of one of my tweets. But basically I was covering Shadowgun Legends on this channel, as you guys know. I got about like 500,000 views off of that game. And right here, I was tracking Shadowgun Legends on the Google Play Store. And so what you can do is give developers and publishers the story that they want to have in their social feed, but they don't really want to post themselves to be self-congratulatory. This can be a way to get exposure through major social media accounts to get your social media account and to get your content and to get your name discovered. So in this case, this indie developer was on the top 10 charts with their particular game, and I just said congratulations to, tagged their account, for breaking into the top 10 free games on Google Play. And they retweeted this, and it gave me additional exposure. You can do this with developers and publishers. They want their community to give them headlines that they wish they could say themselves, but it sounds kind of self-serving if they say it themselves. But if you as a creator say that headline for them that they would love to have, then they will retweet you, they will share with you, and they will engage with you. And some developers and publishers have social media accounts with millions of followers. In this case, the Madfinger Games account has 113,000 followers, and they engaged with me because I congratulated them on their success. So that's something that you can do there. There's also other ways to get developers to promote your content depending on the game. And there's some interesting tactics that I've done. I've actually got the Heroes of the Storm team, and this is through my professional work, but Heroes of the Storm, and as you guys know, the BattleNet launcher actually has like little slots. Actually, I'll pull up my BattleNet account right now. It actually has little slots in the launcher to have your content embedded. And so what you can do is you can build a relationship with a developer or build a relationship with a publisher, and you can get your content embedded into their launcher. I've done it before. Let me go ahead and full screen the BattleNet launcher. So within the BattleNet launcher with TGN Squadron, we actually created content that was embedded directly into BattleNet. And how did we do that? We created content that they wanted to share with players that they wished that they had. And the series that we created that they embedded here, they did not pay us money to make the series that was embedded right here. I should have brought a screenshot of it, but we were embedded right here, and it was a new players guides series, and they embedded it right here inside of BattleNet. You want to talk about getting amazing exposure to your target audience? Create content that developers and publishers wish they had. and that they would love to share with their current player base. And think about their business when you're creating content. Think about what would support their business when you're creating those videos. And create those videos, build relationships with their community managers, build relationships with their marketing managers, build relationships with their publishing teams. They're all on Twitter, they're all on LinkedIn, they're all at industry events, and you can get your content embedded directly into their launcher, directly into their game in some cases. A lot of mobile games will embed videos directly into the game. Smite actually notifies their players, for example, when people are live, etc., inside of the actual game itself. And also, most developers and publishers today have a featured creator of the week section. So create content that is brand safe. Create content that you feel like executives, pay attention to this, create content that you think executives at that company would like, and specifically submit that content that you think executives would like to that developer and to that publisher, and tell them that you would like to be featured as creator of the week or featured in their launcher. Be thinking about the 45-year-old plus executive who is a little bit older, who's thinking about protecting that brand, who wants something that is going to help their business goals. Are you guys listening to this? Because this works. This will generate hundreds of thousands of views for your channel if you do this. And these companies are willing to feature small creators, in mid-sized creators, and obviously large creators too, but they're willing to feature small creators if the content is right and if it is brand safe, okay? I've done this successfully multiple times, and it can generate massive traction for your channel. This is all major developers and publishers have programs like this to feature creators. They would rather have a creator. They would rather have you creating the content to promote their game, to talk about their game, to educate people about their game, than have them create it. Because A, it saves money, B, it comes across as more genuine, and C, it helps them with their community building goals. And so how do you help them with their business goals? By creating content that a company would want. So let's say, for example, Call of Duty Black Ops is coming up. So what does Call of Duty Black Ops potentially want in the game launcher right here? What do they want when the game launches? Post in chat. Just think about it. You're trying to get a developer or publisher to share your stuff. What do they want right here in the launcher when the game first launches? Post in chat what you think they want. I want you guys to think like a developer and think like a publisher, because these companies have multi-million-dollar marketing budgets. There are going to be millions and tens of millions of players inside of these launchers for the games that you guys are covering. So why don't you get your video inside of the launcher? What do they want here when a game launches? Post in chat right now. Let me know what you think. I'm Dratox. Welcome to Periscope chat. It's good to see you. And Boars Alab, good to see you as well. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Right now we're talking about how to get your gaming channel discovered. These are secret tricks, hacks, tactics, whatever you want to call it, that people don't talk about. I know from experience doing these, this is not the regular crap like share on socials, okay? Let's leave that aside. Hybrid Steel says, something addictive to watch is what developers and publishers would want to see. Sure. That obviously they would want something addictive to watch, but what else would they want here when a game first launches? Think about their business goals, okay? They're trying to bring new players into the game, obviously. And so everybody that's entering in this game is a new customer. So what do you want to do with new customers when they first arrive into your game, right? As a business, the number one thing you want to do with new customers that arrive into your game is retain those customers. You want to retain those customers. Think like a business when you're thinking about the content that you're going to put in, that you're going to try to get them to share. They want to retain their customers. So how do you retain customers that first join a game? You make new player guides. You make new player guides, and you make new player educational content. All right? Because when new players join the game and it's easier for them to understand the game and they succeed in the game faster, they will be retained as a customer. And if they're retained as a customer, the developer and publisher makes more money. And so they're going to want to put your video here in the launcher if it helps them retain more customers, because that's going to make them more money. Okay? Think like a developer and think like a publisher, and you can get your content shared by companies with multi-million-dollar marketing budgets. Okay? I'm not joking. I've done it myself. Great. So that's that tactic. Seriously, I'm telling you guys this, only 1% of you guys are going to take advantage of that. And the 1% of the people that take advantage of that are going to blow their channel up. I've freaking done it and got hundreds of thousands of views using this tactic. It's up to you if you want to do it. Think like a business. Echo Gaming, it's good to see you. Eric Lee, thank you for joining. Yes, indeed, your channel was on Battle.net in the summer in the Diablo section. That's amazing. Congratulations, you were featured in the Diablo section. Look at that, there's the 1% that is taking advantage of this. Relia says they would want anything that helps players more, so new player guides, maps, tricks, etc. That is 100% correct. If you look at PUBG Mobile, a game that Echo Gaming is covering right now on his channel, PUBG Mobile, if you open up that game, which it's the top trending mobile game right now, they have new player guides, tips, tricks, and tactics being featured inside the game. There are tens of millions of people playing that game. You want that to be your video, right? Free promotion. Free promotion from external traffic sources, good stuff. Next thing that we wanted to talk about here on the agenda to get traffic to your YouTube channel is Facebook groups. So Facebook groups are extremely powerful. Why? Why are Facebook groups so valuable? It's Facebook, lame. Facebook lame, right? Well, no, because Facebook overall is lame, yes, because you have to pay money to reach people on Facebook. But Facebook groups are absolutely 100% free organic traffic that can be generated for your channel. So the official, I'm just going to use this as an example, the official Shadowgun Legends Facebook group is one that I posted a lot of my content to. And it is an open Facebook group created by the developer. And so if you go to this Facebook group, you can actually post your content in here as a content creator and get exposure. I measured the success of this, and over the course of my time releasing content for this small mobile indie game and posting this Facebook group, I ended up getting 70,000 views from this Facebook group by posting my videos here. No joke. But in order to be able to post in here, I had to build my clout, and I had to support this community. So you have to build your clout in Facebook groups before you end up spamming your content in Facebook groups. But did you know that there's probably a Facebook group, or Facebook groups plural, for the games that you're covering, and you're probably not taking advantage of tens of thousands, potentially hundreds of thousands of views that could come over to your channel right now by building your clout and building your reputation on Facebook groups. You don't have to pay money to reach people in Facebook groups. So let me post a link for you guys in chat right now, facebook.com/groups. I'm going to drop it for you guys in chat right now. In this link right here, facebook.com/groups, go ahead and start navigating around Facebook and find the game that you are covering or that you're thinking about covering, and look to see if there are opportunities. If you go to any group, there's going to be suggested groups right here on the side. And this works similar to a kind of subreddit strategy, where you want to go ahead and use the 20-to-1 rule. 20-to-1 rule. Where you post about 20 replies and 20 comments on that subreddit to every one time that you post your content on that particular Facebook group. Why do you use the 20-to-1 rule? Post in chat why you use the 21 rule. I hope that you guys have learned about this, about building your clout, building your credibility, and getting traffic from external communities to your channel. Why do you use the 21 rule? Post in chat. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. 20 engagements, 20 supporting posts, 20 valuable posts to every one time that you promote yourself. Why the 20-to-1 rule? Do 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 do. Boop 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 doo. Boom bum 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 bum. Can you guys hear the music? You guys should be able to hear the music. When you post to a Facebook group, are you sharing a YouTube link or embedding a video? So that's a great question. I would do a combination of both. All of you guys should have Facebook pages that are gaming creators, and you should be creating Facebook gaming pages, and you should be releasing your videos on Facebook gaming in addition to your YouTube channel. It's free traffic that you're not taking advantage of. So you should be doing a combination of promoting embedded videos on Facebook groups as well as YouTube links. That's correct. So Hybrid Steel's got the right answer up here. Hybrid Steel, you're a smart guy. So you're not seen as being a spammer by using that 20-to-1 rule, and you're seen as being a community member with something to give the community instead of being annoying. Exactly. And that's what Relia is saying as well. Use the 20-to-1 rule so you're not a spammer and people want to check your stuff and get more. That's right. Interactions on social media are just like real life social interactions. Nobody, like, who wants to be friends with a guy that every single time you talk to him or talk to her, they're trying to sell you something or trying to get you to join something? Like, nobody wants to be friends with that person. You're going to avoid that person whenever you see them in real life, and you're going to go tell them, you're not going to tell them anything. You're just going to completely avoid them and think that they suck. So the same thing applies for Facebook groups. And for example, Echo Gaming right now, there's a Facebook mobile, a PUBG mobile Facebook group, and there's also some surrounding communities. This group has over 200,000 people in it, where people in the community can submit content to this public group for PUBG Mobile. And there's all these other PUBG groups, and I know all of you guys don't cover PUBG, but the point is, why aren't you guys taking advantage of the hundreds of thousands of people that could potentially want to see your content on Facebook? Build your credibility in these Facebook groups. Use the 20-to-1 rule, and all of these members could potentially become fans of your YouTube channel, of your Twitch channel, of your Mixer channel, of your socials, and of you as a human being and as a creator. These are eyeballs that could be your eyeballs. All right? You have to hustle, you have to put in the time to build the relationships, and you have to work hard and actually care. So the same rule applies here as applies to Reddit. Those are supposed to be eyeballs, by the way. Those kind of look like boobs a little bit, I guess, but they're supposed to be eyeballs. So the same rules apply to these Facebook groups, okay? So only 1% of you guys that I'm talking to about Facebook groups are actually going to go take advantage of Facebook groups. So if you are the one that takes advantage of Facebook groups, you are going to win, because most creators are lazy, and most creators are not going to take advantage of the free traffic and the free access to audience that exists on Facebook. Just like the developer promos I just told you. So if you decide to be the 1 in 100 person to take advantage of that on the stream, you are ahead of your competitors. Gamer Turk, it's good to see you. You took my advice and you started streaming on Mixer the other day. Very nice. And it led to 3 people following you out of nowhere. That's amazing for a short test stream. More than you got on Twitch through various long streams. I told you about Mixer, guys. I told you about Mixer. Mixer is the fastest growing percentage-wise live streaming platform, guys. It's not YouTube, it's not Twitch, it's not Periscope. Mixer is the fastest growing live streaming platform percentage-wise. I posted a study to my patrons about that. I'm glad you took advantage of it, Gamer Turk. Be where the growth is. That's awesome. Gamer Turk, makes me very happy that you took my advice on that. So let's move on to the next piece of secrets of how to get your gaming channel discovered. Are you guys enjoying this content? Are you guys enjoying the tips that I'm giving? Let me know. I work hard to put every one of these streams together for you guys. So here's the next one. Subreddits is one that I've talked about. I guess I'm a little bit famous for my work on subreddits, I guess, but subreddits are one that are similar to Facebook groups to get external traffic to your YouTube channel. Subreddits are more difficult than Facebook groups though, because Reddit is a platform that you have to have a massive amount of respect for. Really quick, Hybrid Steel is saying in chat that you thought Mixer was only for Xbox. No, Mixer is for everything. It's for mobile, PC, PS4, Xbox, talk shows. It is a live streaming platform like Twitch where you can live stream anything. You can do IRL, you can do anything. It's really helpful. I have your attention. Amazing. Thank you very much for your attention, everybody. I really appreciate it. And if you guys are interested, feel free to like this tweet that I just linked in chat. Like this tweet, reply to it. You don't have to retweet it if you don't want to, but sharing this tweet helps me get word of mouth out about these live streams and about what I'm doing. My strategy is based entirely on word of mouth. So you guys in chat, you guys that are getting value out of these streams, tell your friends about me, recommend me to your buddies, to fellow creators primarily, and help me get the word out there. I'm just providing value every single morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, trying to help creators grow. And right now, I've got 14 patrons that are supporting me and a few clients on the side as well that are supporting me. So I really appreciate that, guys. It's all word of mouth. So thank you very much. Guys, please tell your friends about me. That's the way I'm getting the word out, because live streams like this aren't going to grow my avenues very fast. But I'm doing the live streams because I think I can provide more value through these live streams than I can through making short videos. Everybody makes short videos about how to grow your YouTube channel and your Twitch channel and your Mixer channel. I like to go in depth. I like to go in great detail, and I like to interact with you guys. So let's talk about Reddit. So I've talked about Reddit before, but the same thing applies to Reddit as applies to Facebook groups. As you guys can see, this isn't a brag, but it's to prove that I know what the hell I'm talking about. Right now, I have 20,000 Reddit karma, and I have earned that over years, over the last 4 years to earn that Reddit karma, and I'm proud that I've earned that karma. I didn't game the system to get that karma. I didn't do any hacks. I didn't, beg people for karma. I did it by posting valuable gaming content primarily. I mean, I've posted some YouTuber content there as well, but by posting valuable gaming content to subreddits like this one right here, and getting big upvotes on those posts, and building my clout within those subreddits, and using the rule that we talked about before, which was the 20-to-1 rule. And so I've blown up 2 videos now for TGN on the Overwatch subreddit. And both of those videos, let's go ahead and check in on those videos right now. I think they're both over 1 million views now. Now, the key to getting your content shared on Reddit when you do post content is you have to post fantastic content that is super valuable to that community. You can't just spam any old garbage or any normal video that you created. You have to share an exceptional video that is particularly interesting. Mobile Gamer, what's up, dude? Yeah, I watch your content all the time. Did I used to make Star Wars Force Arena videos? Yeah, I made about 150 Star Wars Force Arena videos. It's good to see you, man. I've been following you for a while. I think Gluten Slayer recommended me to check out your channel, Mobile Gamer. Everybody, Mobile Gamer in chat right here. He's one of the biggest mobile gaming channels out there, and a good guy, focusing primarily on, what is it, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes content, I believe, is what you're covering. Anyway, Mobile Gamer, successful mobile gaming channel. Good to see you, amigo. So on Reddit, I've covered a lot of games, Mobile Gamer. I've done Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, and the stuff I'm showing right here is stuff I do through work. So these are Overwatch videos we created through my job, and both of these videos, this one right here, the original one that I posted on Reddit, is now at 1.3 million views, and it went viral, and it got shared on Kotaku, and it got shared on IGN and GameSpot and what have you. The second one that I was just showing you that I posted on Reddit here, this one did not get covered by all the media outlets, but it's still close to 1 million views anyway. And getting the push here from this external traffic from Reddit was a huge, huge boon to this video. But the main reason why this content was successful on this subreddit is because it was shareable content that was super valuable. And so the team that created this video, Jonathan Moxness, is my lead guy who created this both of these videos. He was the primary producer for these videos. The fact that he put in so much work into these videos and they are so exceptionally good is the reason why they were upvoted and shared on Reddit. So that's an important thing that I've never really talked about before when I was talking about sharing your content on Reddit strategy. You need to have exceptional videos that bring tons and tons of value to the community if you really want it to be accepted on Reddit when you post your content on Reddit. And these videos took like 100 man hours plus, something like that, to create, and they were unique content that no one has ever seen before, and arguably some of the best fan content ever created for this game. And so when I posted it on the subreddit, it took off for that reason primarily. But the second reason that it took off on the subreddit is that I have crap loads of karma. And I have clout with this community, and people know me in this community because I personally have created 100 videos about Overwatch myself, and the people that run this subreddit know me and know me as a good guy that actually cares about this community and cares about this game. And so having a lot of karma built up prior to posting is very important. This subreddit in particular filters out links from people that don't have a high karma. Because there's so much traffic and there's so many links being posted to this subreddit. So the fact that I have 20,000 karma allowed my post to punch through. But I don't just post any old garbage here. I only post here when it's something incredibly valuable. And I hope that you guys can keep that in mind. So the 20-to-1 rule is critical to building your clout, not only on Facebook groups, but also on Reddit. And do not post normal videos, your regular, everyday, average Joe video from your YouTube channel on a subreddit for the game that you're covering, because people will not share it, and it doesn't provide enough new, unique value to that community for anyone to actually give a crap. Okay? So that's Reddits, that's subreddits, that's Facebook groups. Let's continue down the path of secret hacks. And it's not secret hacks, but really these are secret, guys, because everything I'm telling you, like I said earlier, only 1% of creators are gonna do this stuff. This stuff truly is a secret. I'm not joking. If only 1% of people are gonna do it, then then it really is a secret. This is a competitive advantage that you can have. People are like, oh yeah, Reddit, you know, I'll tackle it later. People are like, oh yeah, Facebook groups, you know, I'll take a look at it later. Most people are lazy. Most people aren't gonna do it. If you're the one who's got hustle, then you can take advantage of these avenues. Let's go into the fourth and fifth ones, which are very, very related and are very similar. And in chat, Relia actually reminded me of the value of wikis. And I would put kind of wikis and websites kind of in a similar category. Wikis are a bit easier to get your content embedded into. Are you guys enjoying the stream? Let me know in chat if you're enjoying the stream. Speak up. Looks like Echo Gaming knows Mobile Gamer. Both of you guys are mobile gaming YouTubers, so that makes sense. But wikis and websites are similar in that you're getting embedded web traffic towards your videos. So Sethlin, it's good to see you. It's research for your future plans. You really thank you for this. Yeah, of course. I'm here to help. That's the whole point of me doing these streams, is to help creators. I've been doing it for a living now for what, 7 years? So I'm happy to help you guys. So wikis and websites, let's talk about them. So the example here that I'm gonna show you guys is Relia, a link, one of my patrons. He shared with me a link to, and this is Wikia, not Wikipedia, but Wikia, which is probably easier to get your stuff embedded into. And there's a wiki for the particular game that he's covering, Hollow Knight, right up here. And in each of these wikias, each one of these wikis for each individual game, there's going to be specific sections for different bosses, for different classes, for different levels, for different gear, for multiplayer, for all of the different subjects for games, especially if it's a more popular and more developed game. And so that's an opportunity for you to create content specifically for that wikia, and to get your content embedded into that wiki and get those long-term external views to your content. So if you think instead about what can I do to work the YouTube algorithm right now, what is being searched on YouTube is important, but what you can also think about is what is really important for a wiki to be complete, for a wiki to have all of the video content that it needs. Most gamers want to learn information through video content, as you guys know, not through reading a long-ass article. So if you create a video for a wiki page, then your video can potentially be embedded there. And as you can see in this example, my patron Relia, who's in chat right now, his video is the primary embedded video right here explaining this particular subject about Hollow Knight. And so he will be getting external traffic for anybody that's searching for this. Here, get this. This is the good part. He will be getting external traffic for anybody searching for this on, let me hit the undo button because that is too thick, on Google. So this, you know, obviously your videos are searchable on YouTube, of course, but the number one, and which is the number 2 search engine in the world, which is the most important search engine for your particular which is the most important search engine for YouTubers. But if you want to get exposure on Google, getting embedded into wikis is the way to go. People that are Googling this subject are going to probably find a Wikipedia page first as a search result before they are going to find a video search result. This is an opportunity for your video to be there. And what you can do for both wikis, and I'll show you my website strategy I used in the past that got me over 1 million views on YouTube videos. What you can do with wikis is you can contact the moderators, you can contact the admins, and you can talk to them about the content that they would like to see on their wikia, what is missing, on their wiki, what is missing. And so what you want to do before you contact them is you want to create a few example content before you contact them. This is critically important. Do not contact them and give them the spiel like this. Don't contact them and say, hey, do you know, everybody gets this content. Hey, I'm a content creator. Here's the link to my channel. Link. Hey, I was thinking about making some videos about this game, and I was wondering if you would embed them into your wiki or your website for me. Guess what's going to happen? You're not going to be successful. So what you need to do is you need to actually create at least 3 videos about that particular game that are high quality, that are thinking about what they already need in that wiki or in that website before you contact the moderators, the admins, and the owners of that wiki, so that you can become, so that you can pay it forward and you can show them that you've already done what they need, okay? And then you link those to them. Then they can see the quality of your work, they can see the value that you're bringing, and they can see that you're a true fan about that game, and they will actually give a crap about you. So Relia saying in chat right now to validate that a ton of traffic for him right now, using the strategy I'm talking about right now, comes from the Hollow Knight videos in the website in Google search for this reason. Codes just joined in Periscope. It's good to see you. GamerTurk actually just started working with the SAO Sword Art Online Wikia recently. It's been quite helpful. Guys, 1% of creators are going to do this. Is it going to be you? Are you going to be the 1% that gets your videos, gets your stream clips, gets your highlights embedded into that wiki page, and gets those juicy Google search results? That's up to you. If you want to take advantage of this, guess what you're going to have to do? You are going to have to spend time on it. It's going to require time. It's going to require hustle. It's going to require you actually working hard to build those relationships. But if you do it, you will succeed and you will get the traffic from wikis and from websites. Let me talk about a website strategy as well. I've talked about this before, and I'm sure all of you guys have not heard this website strategy I'm going to tell you. So that's the wiki strategy. You can work with the wikis and produce the content they need. They would like to have high quality content on their wiki, obviously, so give them the high quality content they want. But this is an ancient strategy that still will work today. People are still creating websites about video games, obviously. And so what I did when I was first getting started blowing up on YouTube, actually, and this video in particular was embedded in a website, a Star Wars The Old Republic website. This is an older game, right? But this is something I did in 2011. And this video got 50,000 views on YouTube. And I did a news series that had like 70 episodes. Okay, and each one was getting at least 15,000 views a piece because it was embedded into the top websites for this particular game. And so what I did is I ended up creating a demo of a news series and created about 3 episodes of a news series about this game, and I contacted websites that were doing news about this game. You can see how old this video is because of the annotations at the top. I contacted 3 websites that were doing news content around this game. And so here, I'll just play a quick sample so you guys can kind of see what it was about. See kind of the nature of it. I want you guys to see this example because this tactic will still work today.
Grappling hook, get over here, bitch slap there from the smuggler.
That's the website logo I partnered with.
Boom, sucker! Hey, what's up, everybody?
That was my old catchphrase.
From TGN TV, we bring you gaming television on.
We bring you gaming television, I was saying.
Lifetime
Check this out.
Type subscriptions? I don't know.
That's me showing their website.
Those that have not already invested money in pre-orders, they released this pretty cool trailer about the game.
Cool. So as you can see, I was partnering up with the website. I had their logo on there. I was showing their articles. I even had like a little page animation that swapped between their different articles. And this is old school YouTube. This is a while ago. That was my catchphrase. Boom, sucker. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's embarrassing at this point. But the point is, they embedded all of my videos about that I partnered with their website into their website, guaranteeing at least 10,000 views per video on all of these news videos. And this is something that I did when I was first starting with TGN, when I was first building up my YouTube presence. And using this strategy, I got over 1 million external views on my content from websites and from Google search. You can do this right now. You remember that video? Oh my God, Sethlin's from the old school. Oh my gosh, old Star Wars The Old Republic fans here. But I got over 1 million views from those websites, and it wasn't me sucking traffic away from that community and being selfish. I was providing value to that website, which was the really critical part here, guys. I was giving them video content when they didn't have the expertise to make their own video content. They had no idea what they were doing. I had those skills. I was able to make the video version of their articles something that they wished that they had. There are plenty of websites out there right now around the games, fan sites, around the games that you're covering today that wish they had video content, and that is the opportunity that you can go after, that only 1% of creators are going to take advantage of. So are you gonna go get that traffic like I did? I got 1 million views back in 2011 off of that. You could get millions as a plural today, okay? Doing this strategy. Does TubeBuddy drastically slow down my browser is the question here from Mobile Gamer. It slows it down a little bit, but I'm willing to take the hit for TubeBuddy because it's such a valuable tool. It does slow down my browser, yes. The only tool that I have used that does not slow down my browser is Viso Catalyst for Chrome. Which is the one that Broadband TV makes, the company I work for. It's a bit of a lighter Chrome extension. It does slow down my browser slightly as it's loading up the data, but the data is so valuable, I'm willing to take the hit. Andrew, I can use your statistics to answer a question from the Discord stream. Beautiful, excellent. I would be happy to do that. So let's talk about, so those are the primary ways to get game exposure on your gaming channel, but I've got a really interesting one, and this is a patron question that came in today, that I want to show you guys. And the #1 way to get traffic on YouTube, of course, is to analyze your click-through rate and your audience retention on your YouTube channel, because those are the two most important statistics that are out there. So let's get into some patron questions. All of these, most of these are going to be gaming related questions for you guys. So let's go into it. Sethlin says, a little bit bringing something from other videos the other day. How do external links contribute to the success of a video in terms of click-through rate in the YouTube algorithm? So the YouTube algorithm, and any site like Twitch, I don't know if Twitch and Mixer's algorithm works like this, but I know Twitter does too and Facebook does. Anytime there's external traffic outside of YouTube coming into YouTube, YouTube likes it. It triggers YouTube and it lets YouTube know this is a relevant piece of content, especially within the first 24 hours. If a lot of external traffic is coming in, then in the first 24 hours, it can help contribute towards your video being on trending and getting extra push in that golden 24 to 48 hour period, so that external traffic can help you a lot there. So how does that impact your click-through rate, and how does that impact your click-through rate? It's a 100% click-through rate whenever people click an external link, so that will, but YouTube isn't taking that into account necessarily, because your click-through rate on YouTube, and we're going to take a look at some statistics here from one of my patrons, and we're going to really dive into it because this is the most important thing. Your click-through rate on YouTube is based on the impressions that YouTube is giving you and how many people click on YouTube. So it doesn't actually impact click-through rate when you get an external link. It will impact your audience retention though, whenever you obviously get a click on an external website or an embedded view on an external website. So there are some questions here from one of my patrons, and after this I am going to get Wafello's question next. But one of my patrons is asking me, and this is the Family Bovine, is asking me how to analyze his click-through rate and his audience retention. And all of you guys, not BattleNet, all of you guys should pay attention to this, because this is the #1 way to grow a gaming channel on YouTube. So pay attention to this analysis that I'm going to do and the types of things that I'm going to look at and think about here. This is the #1 way to grow your channel. All that stuff I just told you about with websites and wikis and Facebook groups and Reddit, subreddits, all that stuff is a nice bonus on top. This is the #1 thing you got to look at. The YouTube algorithm cares about the most. So let me go ahead and pull up Discord here and just make sure I understand the specific questions that Charlie, or the Family Bovine had. Sorry, I use your real names sometimes because your accounts have real names. Sorry about that. But anyway, okay. So he's wondering with these videos, what these numbers mean with his videos on his channel. And he's wondering, potentially, are his videos getting suppressed in some regard, or is there an anomaly here in his statistics? What's going on here? So first things first, there's one video that he sent me that only has 3 days worth of data on so far. So if you have any content that only has 3 days worth of data and you're in YouTube Studio Beta and you're looking at your information, go ahead and just throw that information in the garbage. Okay, you need to make sure that you have at least 4 days of data if you're going to be analyzing this, because this is the most important thing that you need to look at, and you need at least 4 days so that the data can settle down and so that you can get an accurate portrayal of what your click-through rate is and what your audience retention rate is. So because this video only has 3 days of data, I'm actually just going to close the tab and we're not going to look at it at all because it's worthless to look at that data. Okay, let's look at this data. So what are the important things that you guys need to look at in terms of your statistics? So first things first, you need to scroll down here and you need to look at your click-through rate right here. And his click-through rate in particular is 16% for this video. 16% is godlike, by the way. The metric that I constantly tell you guys that you should achieve is a 10% or more click-through rate. If you can get 10% or above, you're doing well, you're growing. 16% is phenomenal, so fantastic job there. However, this video only has a 26% audience retention, which is not that great. So I generally want people to have a 70% or higher audience retention rate on their video. So the average view duration being low here is the reason why this video didn't blow up and become a mega super sensation. So those are the two statistics that you guys are going to want to have a look at. So that click-through rate is pretty phenomenal. But what's going on in this timeline? The question is, when you guys look at your statistics, right? And you're gonna see these downs, these ups, these downs, and then you may see a dip like right here and then a sudden up. What happened in your timeline? What's going on here? Did something break? Are your views being suppressed? Is there something funky going on with the algorithm that you should be aware of? Okay, there's a couple major trends that you guys should know when you're looking at this data, and this is only impressions data, unfortunately. I can't actually look at your audience retention timeline, but we'll look at impressions here. And this is the number of times that YouTube, when you look at impressions on YouTube, guys, this is the number of times that YouTube attempted to push your content to new viewers, right? So obviously you want the impressions to be as high as possible. And YouTube is going to give you a bunch of impressions the higher your click-through rate is and the higher your audience retention rate is, right? So those are the two things that you want to look at. So here's what I would tell you. Generally speaking, over the course of a video, you are going to see a dip from day 1 to day 2. And then you're going to see a dip between day 3 and day 4. That's pretty typical. With generally speaking, your timeline going on a decrease, generally from day 1 to day 4. So if you see that in your statistics, everybody, don't be concerned that your video is being suppressed. Don't be concerned that your content is failing. Day 1 to day 4, generally speaking, you're going to see a decline in traffic as on average when you're looking at your statistics in YouTube Studio Beta. So do not freak out. That's okay. In this case, there was a dip from day 5, I think, to 6, and then it went back up after that. So what you want to really care about when you're looking at this timeline, because I think it's very important that you do not obsess over all of the details and the minutia of the ups and the downs in these timelines and try to hyper-analyze this. Because when you hyper-analyze every element of your timeline and of your statistics here, you're sucking up your most precious resource, which is time. And that time should be used to make better thumbnails, and that time should be used to make better videos so that you can make more content that's going to perform better in the future. So here's what I would tell you. After the first 4 days, you take a look at your click-through rate and you take a look at your average view duration. And if your click-through rate is below your average for your channel, I'm talking to you, the family bovine, then go ahead and swap that thumbnail at the 28-day, go ahead, if it's below your average by a little bit, go ahead and swap that thumbnail at the 28-day mark to try to get that click-through rate up. If it is way below average after 4 days, if it's way below average after 4 days, then go ahead and swap that thumbnail after 4 days of looking at your data to improve your click-through rate on that video, okay? If your video has a much higher than average click-through rate than your other content, do not swap the thumbnail. That thumbnail is a godlike thumbnail. Leave that way above average thumbnail in place to improve that click-through rate, okay? That is the only thing that is actually in your control in terms of changing the performance of this particular video or any video that you're looking at here on your channel, The Family Bovine, okay? So when you're looking at these statistics and you're like, is my video being suppressed or is there something going on here? Like I told you, you're generally going to have a dip moving in from day 1 to day 4, and that's typical. The only thing you really need to pay attention to is that click-through rate right here. So let's say this 5% click-through rate you have on your video right here, The Family Bovine, is below average for your channel. Let's say your average is 10%, and this video has a 5% click-through rate, which is much lower than your average. Okay? Within 4 days of releasing this video, you should have changed your thumbnail if it's way below average and underperforming. If it was slightly below average, let's say 8%, then you changed out that thumbnail at the 28-day mark. That is the only thing in your control. So obsessing over whether the algorithm is suppressing you, whether there's some sort of magic going on your channel, or there's something funky, all of that stuff is a complete waste of your time and is not actually doing anything to help you grow and is not actually something that you can take action on to actually impact the performance of your channel. Now, the next thing that you want to do after you've addressed your click-through rate is to study your content for future videos, okay? So I'm going to pull up that timeline and just demo that really quick. This is something that is in your control, but for future content, not past content. This is something that I think is super important for you guys to understand. So many people obsess over their past content and the performance of their past content and whether it's doing well. The only thing you can control with your past content is changing that thumbnail. Do not change your title, do not change your description, do not change your tags, just change the thumbnail. All you can do is study that content for future usage to figure out whether you can improve that type of content moving forward on your channel, okay? This is really, really important. I have so many people message me like, what happened with my video? Oh God, the numbers went down. People message me like, Awall, tell me the mysteries of what happened here. Look, if I have time, I can look into your data, I can look into the nature of your video, and I can probably identify for your specific video what happened, and I can narrow it down to something pretty specific for you because I've done this hundreds and thousands of times. But honestly, it's not worth you spending a significant amount of time to figure it out on your own, because it's not going to help your video grow and it's not going to help your channel grow, okay? But if you really, really want me to figure it out for your specific channel, I don't know, pay me for coaching and I'll look at I've done this before for some of my patrons, and I identified it for them. They're like, oh, that was the reason. I was like, yeah, that was the reason why your video performed much lower. It was something funky with the algorithm, but guess what? It wasn't in your control, so it didn't matter anyway. Okay? So here you go. The next thing you're gonna do after you improve that click-through rate, and I've talked about this before, we're not gonna dive into it a bunch, but you're gonna look at that audience retention timeline, and you're gonna look at when those dips are in your timeline, you're gonna look at when people stopped watching your video, and of course you're gonna end your videos as soon as people stop caring about them. Cut your video here. As you can see in this example, people stopped caring about my video there, and you're going to stop doing the things that people dropped off with if you're rambling on about a bunch of garbage nobody cares about, and you're going to try to do more of the things that happen in the peaks. And in this example, I was demonstrating things. So all you can do here, the whole point of me bringing this up again, all you can do here is analyze what worked and what didn't work for the what? Future. For the future. You cannot fix the past. So you can only analyze your video for the future. You cannot fix the past. The only thing you can do to correct the course of your past videos on YouTube is to change the thumbnail. You can change the title and description and tags, but it's a high risk maneuver to do that, okay? So I think that's incredibly important. Family Bovine, that is what I would tell you from the screenshots that you sent me. Please stop spending so much time obsessing over the minutia of analytics details and focus more on producing more content, better thumbnails, etc. And I can work with you on those and providing more value through those avenues, okay? That's not me insulting you. It is very, very, very typical for creators to freak out when they see dips in their analytics, okay? Patron question answered. Whew, are you guys enjoying the live stream? It looks like Mark Spurl is loving the advice. Great, thank you for becoming my patron, Mark. And if anybody else is interested in becoming my patron, I will post a link to that in chat right now. I really need the financial support in order to justify all of the time and effort I put into all of this content. So I'm linking it to you guys in chat right now. My Patreon, I've got a $25 level where I can do legendary channel reviews for you, answer questions like this on streams, and also I've got one-on-one coaching that I offer as well. But wait, there's more patron questions to be covered. Who's ready? Everybody loves looking at statistics, everybody likes looking at data, but guess what? You're probably obsessing over it and spending time on things that you don't have an impact on. You are wasting your resources. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Okay. All right, let's talk about Waffello, a viral sensation magic reaction channel that has been a subject of focus for us here for a long time. Viral sensation Waffello. Did I mention how viral he is? He's gonna be viral. He's gonna be on the Today shows. They're gonna say viral, 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 viral. We're gonna cover Waffello's question, and then we're gonna cover Relia's question right after that. Relia's got two questions. Viral sensation. I think I'm funny. I don't know. I guess I'm not that funny. Relia says, my day job as an accountant, you love data. All right, fine. I guess you do. All right. Viral sensation Waffello has been virally sensationing reaction videos, and he has blown up from being a 2,000 subscriber, not that subscribers matter at all, because they don't matter, but he went from 2,000 to 4K in no time flat, partially taking my advice, to double down on these reaction videos. That was the advice I gave him, was to double down on the reaction videos. But Waffello deserves the credit for even attempting this in the first place. And so before, if you guys aren't familiar, he was just doing regular magic trick videos, getting like 100 views a pop. Then he started doing these reaction videos to other people's magic tricks, and he started getting tens of thousands of views a pop. Viral sensation Waffello is here. So viral sensation Waffello is wondering what he should do next. Look at this viral sensation video right here, 35,000 views, 8,000 views. God, he's just crushing it right now, man. 70,000 views on these reaction videos. Viral sensation Waffello, I love you, man. I'm so happy for you. You are absolutely incredible. Viral, viral, viral. I love seeing small creators blow the hell up by doing something smart and doubling down on what's working. Viral sensation Waffello is here. So his question is this. He's gonna do a live stream that is not America's Got Talent, which is what these viral sensation reaction videos that are blowing up are all about. Do I think he should keep reactions going with Fool Us, which is another magic related show, and other magician clips, test them out, see how it goes? Any other advice? So the answer to that is absolutely 100% yes. This is blowing your channel up. So what you need to do is exactly what I'm doing right now. Go to YouTube, and this goes for anybody who's looking to double down on a concept. Go to YouTube. You've already reacted to America's Got Talent. America's Got Talent doesn't have any more source material for you right now. So obviously you need to look at Fool Us, and you need to look at the top search results for that in incognito search. And you need to go ahead and just systematically react to all of the top Fool Us clips here from the top down. The top search results are going to be the hottest ones on YouTube, and those are going to be the best ones to react to. Just react to them top down until you run out of clips that have 100,000 views or more. But wait, there's more. Also, just search magic tricks. Okay, and you're going to see some simple magic trick videos, but or you could do street magic, which is an interesting thing to react to. And you could react to other people doing incredible street magic tricks and react to other creators. And make sure you give them a shout out in the video, of course, and just react to other street magic tricks, and you will blow up with those two options. So you're gonna want to focus on Fool Us clips, go from the top down incognito search to find the hottest clips on YouTube, and then you're going to want to react to other YouTubers and other creators in your space and react to them. And obviously, if they're doing incredible things, you'll have a flattering reaction and link to their original source content in your description. Those are the two actions that you should take, and you can figure out which one's going to be best. Probably Fool Us is going to get the most traction for you, but also do the street magic tricks. Do classic ones too. These classic David Blaine ones could give you a lot of traffic for your reaction videos. Street magic and Fool Us are my top two suggestions for you. Incognito search will let you know it's hot, okay? Here is a question from Waffello. Yes, this one's going to be very interesting for you, for all of you, because the question is about how do you get a video to show up in suggested more. Obviously, you have a Hollow Knight tutorial videos that are ranking well in YouTube, that are pulling a lot of external traffic. How do you get other videos and some other tutorials to show up as being similar? Okay, so this is difficult to do. It's very, very difficult to do. So what you're going to do, so there's two different ways to do this. If you're trying to get your own videos suggested to your own videos, or if you're trying to get suggested traffic off of a bigger video, there are really, there's just a couple similar things that you can do. And let me just show you probably my most successful example of getting suggested traffic off of something, and a tactic that I used. I suggested this metadata and the tags here on this video, and it ended up working pretty well. So if we look at if Overwatch was a fighting game as a video, what I ended up doing for this was I ended up opening up if an incognito search for the video, for the subjects that I was looking to get suggested traffic off of. So there's other videos related to this. If Overwatch was X. And I searched for if Overwatch was, and if you look an incognito search on YouTube, you can find other things that could be related to your video. So there are other videos here. What if Overwatch was a turn-based RPG? What if Overwatch was a documentary? What if Overwatch had Facebook? And I'm going to see other videos that have millions of views that I want to try to get views off of. So what you're going to want to do is install TubeBuddy, and you're going to want to look at the metadata on those particular videos, and you're going to want to mimic their metadata as effectively as you possibly can. So let me take this video link and bring it into my normal Chrome so that you guys can see what I'm going to do here. So if Overwatch had Facebook has 3.4 million views, so what am I going to do here? I'm going to mimic the elements of their title so that I can get suggested views off of their title. And so if Overwatch had, in all caps is the format that they use, guess what I did? If Overwatch was a fighting game, in all caps in the exact same format, bam, help me get suggested traffic off of that. Okay, now look here. I'm going to look at their tags, and I'm going to look to see if some of their tags are tags that I would want to mimic for my video. If any of them are super relevant to my video, I'm going to literally take their tags using TubeBuddy, and I'm going to steal their tags, and I'm going to implement that on my video if I want to get suggested traffic off of that video. Great, that's exactly what I did. All right, and then what I did down here is I actually looked up all of those top incognito search results, and I looked at all of the top videos that I wanted to get suggested traffic off of. And I literally made the titles of those videos the tags of this particular video. If Overwatch had theme songs, if Overwatch was real, if Overwatch was anime, if Overwatch had this, if Overwatch had that, if Overwatch was Facebook, and I literally made those the tags of this video. We ended up getting massive suggested traffic off of this video because it's all about copying the tags, copying the titles, and implementing those into your metadata. That is the trick you can use to get suggested traffic off of other content kind of systematically, okay? Those are the top two things that you can do in order to address that. Another thing that you can do, which is going to be time consuming, and I don't recommend spending that much time on it, but another thing that you can do is you can use things like inslates, you can use things like cards, you can use things like playlists, as well to build view associations between different content in order to grow suggested traffic between that content. But all three of these things take time and take effort and will provide you with minimal results. So just keep that in mind. But each of these things can help build view associations and view clusters between different content of your own by suggesting that content between the different content types using inslates, cards, and playlists. But it is a minority traffic source in order to get suggested. Crafting Vegito says, here we go. Party Pooper Crafting Vegito says, I don't want to be a party pooper, but I'm totally going to poop on your party. But as a channel doing a lot of reactions, it's super dangerous. You're on the verge of getting terminated right now because of those, although yours are slightly different. So you do need to be careful in terms of what you are reacting to, that's for sure. But reaction videos can be risky in terms of copyright strikes, and certainly you can put yourself at risk in terms of claims. However, there has been a court case as precedent with the H3H3 Productions court case that did protect reaction videos in that particular case, assuming that the content of your video is truly about your reaction to that other content rather than you just playing in the video and being quiet and doing nothing. So something that's critical to doing that is making sure that you are gigantic, making sure that the video itself is maybe 40% or less of the real estate on the screen. But yes, you are at risk, temporary risk, if you do reaction videos to things, depending on how mean the content rights holders are that actually own the content that you are reacting to. Your descriptions are always full of step-by-step guides themselves so that it can be caught in Google. That can help, but I'll be honest with you, your video description is barely a factor at all in terms of your content being able to be discovered. It's barely a factor. Does it help? Yes, only a little bit though. It's only a small factor. Very small factor. Super small factor is the metadata in your description. Only the first 120 characters of your video description on YouTube actually matter. Cool. Question number 2 is a question about collabs here from Relia. Let me see how much time we have here. Whoa, we have run out of time for this live stream. Holy moly, this live stream flew by. We're at 1 hour and 10 minutes already. So I'm gonna cover your next question about collabs in the next stream, Relia. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you so much to my new patron, Mark Spurl over there. Where is he? He's up there somewhere. Oh my gosh, my video stopped playing. My background video stopped playing and you guys didn't say anything to me? Really? You guys said nothing to me? I thought you guys were looking out. Guys, I hope that you got value from the stream. I hope that you take my advice on how to get your gaming channel discovered. Those tips are real. I've actually done them. They actually work. They can help you grow. And like I've been saying, only 1% of creators are actually going to use the tactics I was telling you about with wikis, websites, Facebook groups, subreddits, etc. So that's your opportunity for you to grow and to get that external traffic. Crafting Vegito, final thought, says Japanese companies are very mean. You can tell me that much. I believe you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. Keep creating incredible content. Keep rocking it out. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for more tips, tricks, hacks, secrets, all that good stuff on how to grow your avenues and how to grow your online business. I keep snapping. Online business. Adios, amigos.